went out.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Elise.
Hi.
Hey, it's Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Very good. Can you see my screen? I've got your guys'
I
website up.
Yep, I see it.
Very good. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your company?
Sure. Well, obviously, we're a distributor of HVAC equipment. We picked a very creative name. We are throughout Pennsylvania. We have some branches in Western New York. We have a branch in Maryland, a branch in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on our contact page now, so you can see all the branches that we have.
Very,
And those are a lot of those are recent acquisitions, so we're still in the process of getting to know some of those customers out there. We merged with, or we acquired a company called GBG Supply. I guess maybe it was over a year ago now,
oh,
and those are the dots that you see in red there.
very good.
Um, so they're still operating under the name GBG there, and we're slowly trying to merge them over to the HVAC name, but they are part of us as well. I don't have a number for you on the number of dealers that we have, but all of our dealers are a Manor or Goodman dealers, and all of those offshoot brands like Everest and Energy Air. We also deal with ductless equipment, hydronics equipment, and then of course all the accessories that go along with that.
Okay.
Um, Kind of what makes us unique from other distributors is that we have a marketing department here that offers services to our customers. So we have somebody in house, which is me, that helps our customers with their marketing. And that can be anything from providing advice on what they should do, to doing graphic design, to pointing them in the right direction to other companies that can provide services for them. Um, a whole variety of things. Whatever they ask for, we try to help them with. Um, we also offer training. We offer training on demand, and we also have a schedule of classes throughout the year. We promote training from other vendors as well.
Okay.
Um, what else about us? We have some events that we do every year, like a dealer meeting in our east and western regions. And those are usually pretty big 2-day events where some of our larger dealers will come and they'll learn about our new product offerings. There's usually some kind of product expo where we have our vendors come set up tables, bring products, just talk a little bit about what their offering is. And then there's some informational sessions about our services and some of the other services that we have partnered with.
Very cool. Okay.
So, and our website is not great, but we're in the process of developing a new one. So,
Okay. Good deal. Very good. Now, how did you hear about us? Did you attend one of the Daikin or Goodman Amana webinars?
yes, yes. I think it was, I attended the one on, oh, I think it was SEO.
Probably
Yeah,
SEO content, the first one of the series.
yes, yes. I attended that one. And then I attended one just last week on something. I don't remember what it was, though.
Okay.
I I go to a lot of webinars, and sometimes my full attention is there, but sometimes I'm, distracted by having to do other things. So it's nice when they're recorded and I can go back and watch them later.
Yeah, multitasking. Totally.
Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, what interested me in the first webinar I watched was, and I think that you were rushing through it a little bit to get everything in, but at the end you touched on Google Analytics, which is something our customers are constantly asking me about, like, how do we track how well our website is doing, or how can we tell if our website is effective, how can we tell if people are actually looking at it, what are they clicking on, things like that.
Yep.
And so that's a topic that people seem to want to hear more about. And I've broached the topic with some people that are a little bit more internet savvy and able to kind of work with things like that. But I know just having kind of like an in-depth look at where to start and how to monitor that going forward would definitely be something people are interested in.
Yeah.
Um, so, I'm not sure if you offer a webinar solely on that that we can share with them, or if you'd be willing to do one that we could invite people to, um, or perhaps even a presentation that we could present at the dealer meeting every year. I'm not sure if that is something that you do come out and make physical presentations to people or not, but that's definitely something I feel our dealers would be interested in.
Very, very good. Yes, yes, and yes. So that's, you guys seem to think just like we do. That's that's awesome. We actually have a few different things. So one, with our distributor partners, we will typically come up with kind of a two-tier or a three-tier education program. So in one hand, we'll go out and speak at their conferences. So if you go, let's see here. There are a handful. So here's a bunch of different videos where we actually speak at their conferences, and we'll do usually like a keynote presentation, which is more motivational, inspirational, kind of about changing your mindset as far as how it relates to marketing, inbound marketing versus outbound marketing, digital marketing versus kind of more street marketing, referral generation, and so forth. And then usually we'll also do some breakout sessions. And those breakout sessions can include everything from, understanding websites, what's search engine optimization versus search engine marketing. We've done some on local listings and reviews, social media. So kind of all over the board. There's plenty of topics in the digital world.
Okay.
So these are the live events. And then from the live event, we will allow everybody who attends to register for a free strategy session with us. And you probably noticed that in the webinars, we do that as well. And then we also enroll them in the webinar series. So once they get done here, we don't want it to stop there because they get all excited, they're ready to go, and then boom, they get back to their offices and they get busy. And we don't want it to just end. So we have a full-blown webinar series. So this kind of gives you an example of what's all included in this. This is a good, if you were going to do one a month, we have some that do one a month, and then we have some that do 12 a month. So the difference really in the one a month is this is more generalized. When we do this series and we do one a week, essentially it's very focused on the particular season and the area. So if we're going to talk SEO, we're not going to be talking general SEO. We're going to be talking specifically about furnaces and boilers and heating solutions for small spaces and commercial and so forth. And then during the summer, we're going to be talking about air conditioning and indoor air quality and the things that are related to that particular season. So we can make it more seasonalized if we're doing more of them versus more generic if we're only covering one topic. The feedback that we get from dealers, I have been chewed out from dealers who say it's ridiculous that you only have one training on a monthly basis. And, by the time I get to what I need to hear, I've already had 2 quarters pass. I should have heard this. You would have saved me a ton of money from making a bad decision, had I heard this 6 months ago. And so, really it's up to you guys. But for the on-site presentations, depending on what you need, for these ones we came out, we had our videographer, we had our photographer, we took photos, we did customized videos branded for Amana and Goodman. And we also did testimonial videos so they could use those to market the next conference. So we tried to turn those events into a real asset that they could reuse over and over again. And then for the webinars, we will custom design your guys a webinar registration page. So it would look like kind of like this. This is one we did for Don Stevens. So dealer marketing webinar series presented by, it'll have Don Stevens, and then if you want the manufacturers on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
What they'll learn, this is where they register. So register for the next event. If they missed a previous webinar, they can watch the last one here or the last
Mm-hmm.
three.
Okay.
And then this is the strategy session. If they attend a strategy session, we do a 1-hour consultation, which is solely about how to apply these things and evaluate it as it relates to their business, their area, their target markets, their services. We do an SEO analysis, a local listings analysis, and then we also have a dealer locator, CIHVAC, and they get free listing for life on the dealer locator site as well.
Okay.
And
Great. So these webinars are specific to our distributor. It's not pushed out to everybody because I know I get those emails from Goodman that say, "Hey, join this webinar." It goes out to all distributors and dealers, and that's how I saw your first one.
yep, this is just for you. So it's
Okay.
completely branded. We even do, let me show you this real quick. Let's see. See, I went live. We'll create a custom intro video. Let me see if I can find this. Relatively easy. So you'll see this one is H&R Webinar Series, Don Stevens. This is their, that's only for them. So it doesn't go out
Okay.
to everybody. And then we usually will custom develop you guys some kind of promotional video as well. I do not have enough videos. Let's see. Let me see if I can just find it in here. I think this is the promo. So something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And this, we give this to you guys along with a custom brochure, a flyer, and then if you want us to design an email newsletter, we'll do that as well. So you've got just lots of different marketing tools you can use to market the webinar series.
Okay. Great. And now going back, you said most people do one a month, or the other option is 12 a month. Is that what you had said?
10. So,
10.
so
Okay,
we,
1 or 10.
yeah, you could either do weekly or monthly, or you could do bi-weekly, one every other week.
Hmm.
The good part is it's all digitized. It's, they'll wind up being professional videos. So by the time you get done with 2 years, you're going to have an entire training library. So when you guys bring on a new dealer, boom, you put them into the training library and let them go. And then you don't have to worry about timing as much, because if you've got somebody that has the time, they've got a marketing person and they've got the time to watch 10 in 1 month, they will,
Hmm.
because they can.
And these are live?
So we do them live, and then we also record them and we brand them. So
Okay.
they'll have your guys' logo on them and they'll be branded. So you guys could have a link on your website that has all of your webinar series on it.
Hmm.
So, like I said, if somebody wants to jump in and go through training, they can go through 10 webinar series all in one shot.
Hmm. Okay, gotcha. So the first time somebody signs up, they're watching live. It's recorded and put into some kind of library for us to use later.
Yep.
Okay, that's clear. Okay, great. And now what is the cost for that?
So we don't have a cost for our webinar series. The only time we charge is if we're coming out and doing live events.
Okay, great. And I have to tell you in advance, we don't have a date or anything planned for next year's meeting, so I don't have a lot of information to give you, but if we would be interested in having you come out, what is the cost for that?
All it is airfare and expenses for the resources that we have. And usually we have a minimum of 2 resources come and a maximum of 4. So if you wanted a videographer, photographer, and then myself and someone that does more of the operations piece of it, then it would be 4 people.
Okay.
2 would be usually the least amount of people you would have to any live event. But other than that, we
Okay.
have a speaker fee, just covering expenses.
Okay. So that would be the airfare for all the people attending?
Yep,
Okay. And the lodging?
yep,
Do we cover that too?
yeah, and that's it.
Okay. 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 Good to know. All right, great. Um, so that's definitely, both of those things are definitely of interest to me. I need to talk to our marketing manager and the rest of the people on our team about how we can launch this. My other question is, I was on your website and I was looking through all of the services that you offer.
Uh,
Um, we work with MTA 360. Are you familiar with them?
I am.
Okay. I know they're a partner with Goodman too, and we had worked with them as a referral to our customers who need to build new websites or need to start from scratch with a new website. Um, and I saw you offer website building too and SEO. So I was wondering if you had any kind of like maybe one sheeter about like cost comparison between so that we could show that to our dealers versus what MTA 360 offers as well.
Yeah, and Lisa Medier with Goodman is probably, I mean, she knows the most about both situations. I can definitely give you kind of some ranges for different size projects. From what I've seen and the feedback I've got is our pricing is about half of what the 360 group charges, and usually our results are significantly faster. The other thing is
Okay.
that um, they are templated, so all the websites look identical
Mhm.
because they use a template. They don't have the same level of reporting that we provide. We
Mhm.
do quarterly strategy sessions with our clients so that we're
Mhm.
constantly changing and reevaluating their plan and are definitely more flexible. They tend to have long term, they have 12-month contracts. We don't have contracts at all. We don't have any requirements. Either you love us and you stay with us because we're getting the results, or if they don't. And then they have the option to leave. So I think that's
Okay.
something that the dealers appreciate. Um, what was the other thing I get feedback on? Uh, they have requirements where they will only do search engine optimization for specific series of key phrases in a specific location for one dealer. So once they already have a contract in that particular city, um, if you were with them and you wanted to add that city to your portfolio, you can't. So we've had clients come over to us because they wouldn't service them for specific areas.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, we're not married to them in any way. It was just recommended to us by Goodman, and we've had some people use them, and not everybody has been thrilled. So I'm always looking for other options to give people. Um, the main thing that I do when I talk to people about websites, because we don't build them here, I would never have time to do that for everybody, is I give them like a list of the pricing, what they can expect. I know MTA 360 has that right on their website because they have like different tiers that they offer. And then I like to give them sample websites that they've done for other dealers.
Yep.
And I'm on your website now. Are there any sample sites available on there that we could show people?
Yeah, I can give you tons. So the reason that they can post all their pricing is because it's all a template. You just pick a package and that's what you get. Ours
Yeah.
are totally custom. So we have here, let me give you some scenarios. I have let's see here. Who's the hero? What's his website? Yeah, Sudden Service, I think. So is Mike Cobb Sudden Service? Okay. So this particular scenario, when he first started, like he was about to be done out of the business.
Hmm.
So he wound up going with a really basic website. And we gave him, so the other benefit we have is we have up to a 24-month financing program with no
Okay.
financing fees for Goodman and Amanda dealers and for our preferred distributors. So,
I'm sorry, for no financing fee for
nope,
24 months? Is that what you
yeah,
said?
so
Okay.
basically it's a 24-month payment plan. So when we started with him, he was struggling. I mean, struggling. So we wound up building this website, which it's still beautiful. Even our smallest websites are going to be really nicely designed
Mhm.
and totally custom for them. Uh, I think his was 2000 for the site, and we gave him a 48-month payment plan. I know his payments to have his website designed and developed were $58 and like 90 something cents.
Mhm.
And it's just, we just fell in love with him. We're not going to do that for everybody, but he's awesome. Now he's getting business. He's getting leads off his website. He's increased his SEO plan to, I think, 600 a month. So that's our goal. Our goal is to figure out the quickest way to cash for these guys. Because if you bring them in business, they're going to do more of what works.
Mhm.
Um, so that's kind of just his story.
Sure.
And then we have sites that are really big sites. This is kind of an intermediate site. So I think Countryside was probably at 3,500
Mhm.
and they're still in development. We get better and better. The sites we built a year ago, I hate them.
I understand. The postcards I look at that I did for people like 5 years ago, I'm like, God, that's ugly. What are they thinking?
So we have a refresh plan, which basically they pay $100 a month and they get a new website every 24 months. So
Mhm.
like this is Air Care Systems website now. Let me go pull up Air Care. Okay. So this is their current website. We did this 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because they're on a refresh plan. This is a big site, by the way. This is a big site. You're looking at
Mhm.
probably, I think they were at like 12,000. We have a huge amount of functionality, a big specials and rebates area. We've got service area maps. It's big. Video libraries,
Wow.
photo libraries. It's huge, huge, huge. We built mobile apps for them.
If I ever needed a mobile app for my HVAC service, I would be in trouble.
Well, it's actually cool. So what we did on their mobile app is we made it so that they can do push notifications. So they can send all of their customers text messages reminding them, hey, it's time to change your air conditioning or your
Mhm.
AC filters. By the way,
Mhm.
if you don't want to do your filters, we have a maintenance plan where it's worry free and we take care of it for you.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
little
that's neat.
things like that. They have a button on there that's a send a referral and you get something. I think they have a $50 coupon towards your next service.
Mhm.
If you refer a friend. They have a car finder. If you're in a parking lot and you park, you just pin your car on there and you can find your car. There's a lot of cool little functionality in there. They also, that's how they manage their emergency requests. So they had a big storm coming through Florida and they have a mobile app that's an emergency notification that basically it notifies everybody that a storm is coming, tells them, hey, we're available for help. If there's flooding or there's water or so forth, somebody can click a button and they can request emergency service.
Mhm.
So they've found some creative ways to do that. Uh,
Okay.
and then like we do different discounts and coupons and so forth for them. We also built a SARE calculator so they can calculate their savings if they change their SARE.
Hmm.
Um, Now, that's their old site. This is their new site. What's their air? I think that's it. Air Care. So this is the new one we're designing. The biggest differences with this site, there's a lot of similarities, but we made a sticky header area so that it stays. And then this site is way more focused on, they have a new email marketing system that's signed up. We're implementing an online scheduling system
Mhm.
so people can book and schedule right online.
Okay.
And then we're totally focused from an SEO standpoint on a new series of locations. So they go by county, and then we'll have SEO content for each one of the cities they service in those areas.
Hmm.
And then you can search by zip code to find out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that on your site. It was what was that called? When I was surfing around, it was oh, what was that?
Um,
well here.
So I'll show you a couple other. This is
Oh,
showing.
HVAC power tools. Is that where I saw that?
Yeah, we've got a.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So,
Uh,
yes.
we're building an online estimator. So, you can ask the consumer to put in information. How many rooms does your house have? How many square feet is it? What year was your house built? All the things that you would have to ask on a first phone call,
Mm-hmm.
the customer fills out online. So by the time you talk to them, you already know a lot of information. You don't have to guess.
Mm-hmm.
This is Pat Green's. So on this one, this is a little different. We're building, so we have the online estimator, but we're also building a series of videos that's more focused on the consumer's issues. So we did a consumer focus group, and the feedback notoriously, it was like 80% of the group basically said when they go to an HVAC site, they have no clue if they need AC service, AC repair, AC maintenance. They have no idea. All they know is my electric bills are too high, or I've got dust all over my house, or I think I have mold, or, two of my rooms are freezing, the other ones are hot.
Mm-hmm.
So we're building a section like this, and we're creating a series of videos that address each one of these areas,
Hmm.
which is more focused on the customer's issue versus what you sell.
Sure. Yeah, we did something like that similar to our website, like I want more customers or,
Exactly. What's important to them.
Right, exactly.
So you can kind of see every site is totally different depending on where they're located. These guys are right by the beach, so we wanted it just focused so it looks and it feels like home.
Hmm. Doesn't feel like my home. It's cold here.
We're in
But that
Seattle.
must be
I'm literally sitting by a fireplace lit right now.
nice. Okay, so if somebody were to go on your website and request, a free strategy session or something, do you then go and evaluate their current site, or do you call and talk to them and determine what they need and then quote them a price? Is that typically how it works?
Yeah, what we do is we'll jump on a strategy session. We'll do a full evaluation of their current website, their local listings, their social media, their search engine rankings. We'll usually also identify what reporting are you currently getting, what are you not getting, what do you need to have. And then when we're done, we have a proposal creation tool, uh, and we build a proposal with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if this is website, so our prices are technically static, but it's based on really specific needs. So if they need a logo, then we check this. If they need business cards design, we check this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the core website design.
It's 12 o'clock.
Those are sliders if they want us to design custom sliders. These are
Okay.
blogs. And then we choose. So if they want additional custom pages designed, then we would just increase this number and we would check this.
Mm-hmm.
How many iStock photos do we need to get for their project? And we have to buy those. And then this is the development piece.
Okay.
If
Is
they,
this something they see, or is this something you have on the back end?
yeah, they work through this with us. So we explain
Oh,
each one of these things and we talk through it and walk through it with them. So once we're done, so if we go, this is content transfer, and this is really what defines the majority of your pricing is how many pages do you have on your site.
sure.
So we would go through here, and if they had 15 pages, then we would change that. It'd be a 15-page website, and it would start pulling together the price. If they want us to write copy or content, and then
Mm-hmm.
their overall price is here. Once this is done, we give them a discount because they're with a preferred distributor or Amana Goodman Daikin.
Mm-hmm.
And then we work on their marketing plan, and that's separate. If they have a specific monthly budget set, so let's say they're currently doing Yellow Pages, it's not working, they're doing Yelp, it's not working, and so forth, and they've got $1,500 a month or $2,500 a month or $500 a month or $300 a month, then we'll work backwards. So if they have a budget, they can tell us, this is my budget, And then we will go prioritize everything we think they'll need. We'll put them on a payment plan to fit them into that budget. If they don't know what their budget is, we'll make our best guess recommendation with them and then come back and modify it as they need it.
Hmm. Okay, great. And is SEO included on there, or is there a different document where you can choose, what kind of support you want on a monthly or yearly basis?
Yep, this is their marketing plan.
Okay.
So their marketing plan is monthly.
Hmm.
So they don't use global key phrases. That's for other kinds of clients. So based on their SEO plan, if they want 5 key phrases that are local and they are in low competition, low population areas, so they're in a town, not a major city,
Hmm.
then it's $30 per month per phrase, and they would pick the number of phrases. Same thing with medium. And if they're in a really highly competitive, they're going after New York, or they're going after, Midtown and so forth, then it's going to be much
Sure.
more competition. It's going to take longer, more effort to get to ranked on page 1. Content writing, we do their blogging and their content writing for them. So basically, we recommend for every 10 phrases in their plan, they need to have at least 2 blog articles coming out on a monthly basis.
Hmm.
And that includes 4 off-page articles, which is stuff that we use for backlinking. So
Okay.
let me show you this real quick.
Hmm.
I think this is here. So for all of our clients, we have a strategy document that we keep track of everything from their investment summaries by quarter. So normally what happens is they'll start off with one series of things they're investing in, and then each quarter when we do our strategy meetings, they revise it.
Hmm.
We'll keep track of what are their seasons. So for summer, fall, spring, and winter, when does the season start? When does it end? When do we need to backtrack based on the competition to start campaigning for a particular set of key phrases? So
Hmm.
if we're going for air conditioning phrases in a highly competitive area and their season starts in May, we need to start doing that in September.
Sure.
If their season starts in May and these are mid, we need to start in November, January for May. So we've got a really clear, overview of for each one of them based on their location. We keep track of client goals during our meetings, their hosting plan. We also track all of our backlinking work, which is something that I know 360 does not do. So if they ever want to know what are we doing from an SEO standpoint, we have all of their key phrases. We have the search engines we submit them to, citations. These are all our directory submissions, social bookmarking submissions, article submissions, and this is how we build their backlinks, microblogging, SlideShare, and so forth.
Hmm.
And then they also have a report they get on either a weekly or a monthly basis. And let's see here. Let me just go pull somebody's up. So this is Hovland. And it keeps track of what are the key phrases that are in their plan. So this is HVAC company, Thomasboro, Illinois, and what's their rank. So this is page 1, position 1, page 1, position 1, and it keeps track every 7 days of whether we go up or down on any particular phrase. And you'll see that they always add, it'll say new in plan, and if they get more business, they add more phrases, and that's how it works. So it's in our best interest to get them ranked. So this is folk seating. They've been with us for years, and they're on page 1, position 1 of Google for every phrase, with the exception of these are on page 1, position 2, 2, 2, 2, page 1, position 4, and these are bonus phrases. So we give bonus phrases away all the time. If they send us referrals, if they do a testimonial video for us, if they submit a really good review, then we give them bonuses.
Hmm. Okay. So if they signed up for some kind of SEO program, they would get this document monthly?
Monthly or weekly, it's up to them how
Oh,
often they want to see it. And then we will review it with them and strategize what do we want to do next on a quarterly basis.
okay. And then as far as website analytics go, do they get something monthly on that if you build their site for them?
We actually, so we don't just send them reports. We give them a full admin access to their analytics. A lot of times,
Oh,
what agencies will do is they will hold the analytics and not share it with them.
okay.
Um, so they are actually admins on the analytics. So for these
Okay.
guys, I'll show you there. Since January. So this is pre-working with us. This is when they started. This is when their new website went live.
Mhm.
And they're in Florida, so it's cooling down. So you'll see seasonal changes.
Mhm.
But you can get an idea, and they can track all of this. So they have access to it. They get reporting, and then they never look at it. So we review it with them, and we make them look at every quarter.
Right. Yeah, they want to know like what do we how many people looked at my site this month, and then you tell them like, oh well, you can just look in here, but they're still going to ask you. So
They're not going to look. Yeah. It's
right.
better to have the strategy sessions with them, and you learn stuff about their business. I mean, those
Mhm.
are important meetings to us.
Right. Right. Okay. Good. Yeah, well, I definitely think that we would be willing to give you some referrals. I mean, I like what I'm seeing, and a lot of people are asking me the questions that you're answering for me. So I'll probably poke around your site a little bit and have a few more questions for you, which I'll probably shoot you an email about, or maybe Kathy if that's the route I should go. Um, but we're definitely interested in the web series. So let me talk with the rest of our group about that, and I'll get back in contact with you and see if and when we would like to get started.
That is perfect. A couple things. Anytime you want to refer a client, you can send them directly here and they can book a free strategy session right here.
Okay. And that was a pop-up that appeared on your site?
Yep. It's on the
Okay.
contact door. It's right here on the meeting thing. Uh,
Okay.
if you want to meet with me, then you can just go here, pick Jennifer Bagley, and you and I can jump on a call anytime we want.
Hmm.
And when you are ready to go with your webinar series, all it is a thumbs up. You don't have to tell us much. We'll start designing the marketing video, the flyers, the landing page. We'll get everything designed and developed for you, hand it over
Hmm.
to you, and then you guys, all you're doing is picking dates.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. And then you set up the registration page, and we basically, when we want to send that to our dealers, we send them the link, and then you take care of all the registrations and sending people the webinar link, et cetera.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Really,
Gotcha.
really easy. So
All right.
we even have some distributors that will send us their entire list, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll design an email campaign that we'll do on behalf of you guys. So it's
Mm-hmm.
totally up to you. We just try and make it as easy as possible for you, and
Okay.
make it a permanent asset that you guys can use year over year.
Okay. Great. Would you be able to send me the list of topics you had shown at the beginning, or is that somewhere on the website?
Sure. I'm just going to share this doc with you. What's your email address?
It's my first initial and my last name. So EFAS. I'm sorry, F as in Frank.
Yep.
F as in Frank. It's okay. NA, N as in Nancy. Yep. CHT.
Like that?
Yep. Perfect. At hvacdist.com.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And
Perfect.
this makes it easy because you can pick whatever series you want. It has the introduction, it has the title, it has kind of just a little excerpt and some bullet points of what they'll learn.
Hmm.
So it's really simple.
All right. Excellent.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we can get started with a relationship here going forward.
Sounds great. And Elise, just so you know, for any and all of the referrals that you guys send us, you can be included at any level that you want. If you have sales guys that want to be on the calls with their clients, they can attend any call. If you want to see the client's results and reporting, if you want to be part of their project so that you can watch our work throughout, we're 100% transparent. So there's nothing that's behind the scenes that you guys can't have access to.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. Good deal. Thanks, Elise. I appreciate you, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, hon. All right.
Bye-bye.